In the previous episode that I uploaded on this podcast, I shared with you an exercise to go back in time and reflect on all of the beautiful things and hardships and challenges and things you've overcome over the past decade or however long you decided to make this timeline. And I just right now got off a call with my beautiful community members. We chat every single week, and I, in the beginning of every single one of our calls, typically guide them through a couple of reflection questions and some goal setting questions. And one of the questions that I asked them to ask themselves today was to look at where they were either by the beginning of June when they signed up for my June Transformation Challenge, or by the beginning of whenever they decided to join my community, which for some people has been over a year. I started this in March of 2024, and some of them have been with me ever since then. And I asked them about what habits have changed, their routines, their thought patterns, what physical changes have happened. Afterwards, dove into our conversation for the day. These beautiful individuals shared so many beautiful reflections on how they have been able to really change their circumstances and change their life. And I talk about my community on this podcast, and I have previously shared a couple of clips from our conversations, but I thought it might be really valuable today to share a couple of these beautiful words from my community members, because it just shows the power of living with intention, of every day connecting with yourself through a journaling practice, through visualizations, through meditations. I have all tools when it comes to self-development and improving your relationship with yourself and daring to dream bigger, but also when it comes to finally diving deep into what you actually want for your life and what that looks like in all aspects, whether it's nutrition or training or just lifestyle choices, and how when you then stick to the plan with your nutrition and you, instead of continuously binge eating, actually dive into what are the root causes of my binge eating, and then learn all these magnificent lessons that can help us heal. And same with when you stick to a training program that you know is in alignment with the goals that you have, just how much can change, whether it's the week that you commit or it's after a full year of every single month diving into new areas that you want to grow and improve. And if you feel called after listening to this conversation to join our community, you can join us anytime. You get my recipes, my meal plans, my nutritional guide to figure out macros. I also help you with macros. You get my training program. As you will hear, we have home workouts, elite programs, regular programs, quickie programs, and currently also my bikini fitness program. We have all my journaling challenges, and just as you will hear, the community's support is mind-blowingly beautiful. Without further ado, I want to invite you into one of our community challenge conversations, and I hope you enjoy.
I'm so happy. I've never done 4 workouts a week for this long in my life. So, and today I've done tomorrow's workout because on Thursday I go on holiday for a few days. So I didn't want to miss on Thursday, Friday. So I'm doing them today and for the next 3 days, so that I don't miss out on anything. So yeah.
Yes. That's amazing. So that means when you're gone, you can just take time off.
I just take time off, yeah. And I'm committing to you to not snack after, I can have as one snack, but maybe like veggies and stuff, or maybe like, protein-based snack, but just one, and then that's it, because otherwise I keep going to the fridge every 20 minutes,
And what happens if you feel like doing a second snack?
I think of you and I think I don't want to let you down, so I will not do it.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
And I love that you feel good. That's the most important, right? That it's like because you're aligning your actions that it makes you feel good.
Yeah, slowly but surely. It's all lining up.
It's interesting, isn't it? That you say slowly but surely, because all of us who witnessed you since January, we've seen you just grow. But when you're in the midst of it, it feels slow within yourself. But all of us looking at you are like, oh my gosh, Elisa is like, she's changed so many beautiful things in her life. So looking at you, it's like, it's actually pretty fast, I would say.
Doesn't feel fast, but it feels like it's moving. I think that's the important thing, that it's not, I'm not stuck. I'm still making progress.
Yeah.
Thanks. And thanks everyone for your support, because, I think by myself, I would never have achieved these things.
The week was hard because there were like a lot of ups and downs. And yesterday I had like a complete breakdown. I went back to habits that I thought had like got rid of. but it's resurfaced. Like I hadn't had this feeling for months. And yesterday I was doing great. And then it all went down. And when this episode ended, I just decided that, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I don't want to have these breakdowns. And this morning I was journaling and I realized why I have been feeling like this. I remembered some things from my childhood that I knew, but I had forgotten. So I wrote a lot about that today. And I think I needed this breakdown to realize that, it's time to let go of this. And it feels like I have like this rubber band around me. And the harder I pull, the bigger the resistance is. And I think if you pull hard enough and often enough, the band is going to snap at some point. And this is the moment that I'm waiting for the real change to happen. I managed to do 4 workouts a week, like I promised to myself, but I have been feeling pretty tired. So I'm thinking about doing a week of maintenance calories. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yes. I think, yeah. Just to go back to what happened yesterday and this morning, congratulations. That's what changes everything. When you go back to your patterns, but then you dive deep into the uncomfort of what the truth is behind that and what you were capable and willing to dig deep into. Transformational. I'm so happy you were willing to do that. I know what that feels like, and it can be hard and challenging, but so worth it.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's really helped, like the homeworks that you gave to me, like to be loving and kind to myself and do it consistently. I think it was a big help, and that's been going good at that point. Like I accept these challenges as opportunity to grow.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone, for being inspiration, especially I know. That's been a great support to becoming a morning person. Yeah.
Huge congratulations with all of the crazy growth you're doing right now.
There's this one thing I was thinking about, like if you really want something in your life, like I think we all do affirmations and you release this thought to the universe, but doubt is killing it. Like I was thinking about or like getting something from universe, like you're ordering it and then you start writing emails to customer service and saying, I'm not sure if I deserve this thing. I'm not sure if I could have it. And as long as you keep writing like these emails, the delivery is not possible. So I think if you are doing affirmations, just do the affirmation and believe that you deserve to get it. Because as long as you are like doubting yourself and having fear, it's going to be hard to reach you. And this is a realization that hit me last week. So I hope this helps. Like stop doubting, stop writing emails to customer service so the delivery can take place,
That is so good.
Total body fat in August in 2024 was 33%, and I'm at 21.4% now.
That's so wild.
And then the actual lean tissue, like the muscle, it does that one too. And that I was at like 86, and now I'm at 97.
Oh,
like it's all muscle. I still weigh this.
Do you understand how impressive that is? It shows everything you've been putting in. But what also really excites me is it feels like you've actually enjoyed the process. Like you've actually become more on fire, more excited about it, the more you've committed.
Yeah, because I don't think you realize, like, I used to hate the gym. Like, I did not, nobody taught me how to do this stuff. Like, I played college soccer, didn't know how to do anything. And I did not like going into a gym because I didn't know how to do the things. I didn't know what I was doing. And I just felt dumb. And so I was like, how can I feel dumb when I should know this thing? But I'd never done the thing. And so now having that skill and being able to do that stuff is like, what do you, like, I can't.
Oh, I love it.
And I think one of the biggest shifts that I've had just doing this stuff is like the judgment I placed on the way I was doing it. It's like I was judging all of the other aspects besides just the inputs and the outputs. And so I think going through this process with fitness has helped me in life and business and not having the resistance to the judgment around the thing, which is really powerful.
I've been seeing that in my personal life too. Like if I don't want to do something, why is it actually? Is it because it's not aligned, or is it because I have this belief about what it needs to be? Like, as in, am I getting judged for it? Am I judging myself? Am I getting judged by others? Or is it actually because I don't want to do it? Like asking yourself that question is pretty big.
Also, Kelly lives freaking like 20 minutes from me, and we're going to go work out next week. We're just
Oh my God, I could just see the two of you guys, the energy. It's going to be freaking incredible. Sorry, not trying to.
I was honestly like, I can't freak Grace out, but I know she's in my city. So we'll take some photos.
I feel like a friendship is about, like a good friendship is about to be built. That's so amazing.
it's because Kelly got on social media. Yay!
I did.
You've been crushing it, Kelly.
Thank you. I guess I'll go. Thanks for the layup, Grace. But I did post and make some content, and got so much encouragement from this group. And then I have to post today. And so my sister reached out to me and she said, "Hey, what's this side project you're doing?" And I'm like, "I'm found out. They know." And she said, "No, you saw it because I follow myself, and then my fiance follows me." Both her and her husband were like, "Wow, how'd you edit those videos, and how did you do that?" So that was pretty cool. I got support where I didn't think so. I do see progress from where I started in April. And for myself, like I see people doing like these amazing things for the summer. And you know those old workout videos where they'd be like, if you need a lower intensity workout, please see Becca or something. Like I want to be the Becca this month, which is kind of counterintuitive. I just want to do just the quickie workouts and stick with them and be like, I've seen so much positive change from the journals and showing up consistently that I'm just going to be the Becca. And I hope no one take offense whose name is Becca on this challenge, but just, you know what I mean, that I'm going to do the quickie workouts and see how much of a difference I can have, even if I don't think I'm, amazing. I'm still showing up for myself. And I put my heart into the quickie workouts. Like I'm not ruining my form, but that's what I'm doing this week.
I love it. First of all, if you do the quickie workout, but you do them right, you can get as much, like I've talked about so many times, you can get as much results as if you were to do the elite workout program, but you're kind of like just, doing whatever. So love that you're doing that. And I want you to actually see yourself as really showing up for yourself, like you're saying you do, but I just want to put extra emphasis on the fact that you're actually crushing it if you're doing the quickie workouts.
I had a really good week this week. It was my cycle week. So I was fearful of that during last month's challenge. So this is going to be a couple parter. The last month's challenge was my priority was just focusing on the fitness because that's something I felt like I was lacking. And so the fitness was my priority, and I kind of left my nutrition where it has always been. We eat healthy, we eat whole foods, but I didn't care so much about the macros until later and just focused on higher protein, which, okay, that was like step one. And then through last month too, I realized my biggest takeaway was the journaling, which will be the next part in a second. So my focus on this month is actually focusing on the macros. It turns out I'm actually taking in less than I should be and less carbs than I should be. And so that was kind of nerve-wracking at first. But through that adjustment at the start of this June challenge, taking in consideration of where my macros are and starting my period, I have had more energy. I've seen, like, not once have I had a hurting day, cramping. Like usually day one, day two, I'm hunched over. I want to sleep all day. I'm hurting. Like I didn't have that at all this week. I've crushed every one of my workouts and felt so amazing, all while hitting all of my calories, all three macros within like a couple grams, just because I am that person that has to track everything too, because I want to do it right. That I feel really good about. Now, as far as journaling, what I've learned through last month and now this month, and like what my perfect life should look like, manifesting what kind of athlete I want to be, what kind of person I want to be. So I have my own business that I've been working towards for the last 10 years. And I'm well known in my community. I am always busy. And through this journaling, I realized that's not where my heart is anymore. I've neglected myself for so long, and I've put my focus on my business. So this me doing this challenge and focusing on my health made me realize that I want to take a huge step back in my business. And also spend more time with my kids because they're so young. So this summer I made that decision of taking a step back, focusing on me and this health and this lifestyle and changing. All of it to say it came at a really good time. June and Christmas time are my busiest time of years. And through previous cycles and patterns, I've noticed that I would stay consistent with my workouts until this busy time of year. And then I drop them completely. And then I stop working out. And then I go back into those poor eating habits. And so I've set these healthy boundaries now, not overbooking myself, purposely not hiring more help, being okay with what has come my way. And like I said, I've hit every workout this week. I've managed to stay on target with all my eating, even despite being on my period. So I'm at home with my kids. So all these other little things that normally would throw me off my track has managed me to stay on track. And so I feel really good about it right now. The only things out of my control, but I've still managed to hit my workouts and whatnot, is I have a sick kid right now. So she's been up every 2 hours throwing up. So I thought that my lack of sleep would prevent me from working out, but I was still determined. And so anyways, all that to say is this community is so great because it's inspiring. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, is it Eva or Ava? I see you on your walking pad the last few times, and I'm like, why am I not doing that? I should be doing that. So even this call, you're inspiring me, maybe someone else. So just thank you, because it's working. Last month, like I said, I didn't focus on my nutrition so much. I was focusing on the workouts, and I can see changes in my body. This month, focusing on the nutrition, I can actually see numbers dropping now. So I feel good, and I'm here for the long haul to change, and it feels great.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. I'm so excited. This is amazing.
I'm overwhelmed from the whole conversation. I mean, I can relate to so many things today that everyone shared, and I'm so grateful. And it's been a great, great call as always. First, I want to thank Marla, is her name, because she commented on the walking pad, and she just reminded me that she gave me an example of like I should be less judgmental with myself, because for the whole half an hour that I was walking, I was thinking maybe I'm too annoying. Maybe I'm moving a lot. Yeah, I'm annoying to the people who are watching. And she said that she feels inspired. And I was like, see?
Such a good example of our
yeah,
yeah. Wow, so good.
Yeah, I felt like, why I'm so judgmental. So thank you so much, Marla. Thank you. When I get overwhelmed emotionally, the only coping mechanism I've learned is eat and watch a TV show at the same time. It's a way of, shut down everything and just focus on something else and get instant gratification from food and a distraction. I created a rule for myself. I said to myself a couple of days ago that, okay, when you feel overwhelmed, I forbid you to eat. Do whatever else you want, but you won't eat. You will disconnect this reaction. Like, I feel overwhelmed, I feel emotional, I'm going to go eat something. Yesterday, it was so hard for me to do it that I end up crying on the couch. I felt overwhelmed. I want to go home, get some ice cream and eat my food and just watch a TV show and just disconnect from everything. And I said to myself, you cannot do that, because you promised yourself you're not going to do that. And I wanted so badly to do that I ended up crying because I couldn't do it. But that was a good thing, because I ended up releasing all the tension that I had, because sometimes it's not easy for me to get to the point that causes me all this, emotional outbreak. Sometimes it's easy. I ask myself questions, why you feel like this? Okay, let's ask the next questions, and I can get to the root, but sometimes it's not very clear to me. The root is not very clear to me, or I'm tired, or I cannot do it at the moment. So it works, and I'm really happy that it works. And I am much better with dealing with the fact that I cannot do upper body workouts for a while now because I'm still injured. I'm doing physiotherapy, which goes very well, and I'm grateful about that. But at the same time, it made me realize that, the thing that you asked at the beginning, like go back in previous challenges or when you started and what has changed since then. And I realized that for me, working out was a task that I had to do and I had to push myself. And now I'm begging for my body to heal in order to be able to do an upper body workout. Almost want to cry because I cannot do it. I miss it so much. I want it so badly. And I did not acknowledge it to myself enough, how much that thing changed for me. I'm always criticizing what I haven't done right. We need to acknowledge the good things that we're doing. And that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. I'm trying to acknowledge, because I was like, yeah, okay, I enjoy workouts now. Yeah, okay, good. Oh, I'm eating much better now. Yeah, okay, my body feels much better. 10 months ago, I was struggling with those things. And now I'm like, yeah, okay, I did it. But I'm not good at managing my emotions, and I do emotional eating, and I cannot control it, blah, blah. I'm so judgmental. So I'm working a lot on that.
Ava,
That's
maybe.
what I want to share.
Beautiful. I love it.
A lot of my emotional outbursts lately, because I have many, I think it's a good thing. I like when things are getting out and I'm able to see them and I'm able to feel the frustration and understand that I'm frustrated. I don't want to hold things within me. I've just realized that first, many things in my life do not align with my true self. That's why sometimes I feel miserable or I'm struggling to do things because they don't align with who I am. And those changes are very, very big, and I need to do them step by step. It's not something that I can do, like just turn the page. And the second thing is that I realized that I have never been honest with myself in terms of dreams, because I still believe that, I don't know if it's a belief that nothing good will happen for me, or I'm so insecure that I don't believe I can make it. I'm not sure which one is it. Maybe both. But I've made this big realization today about dreaming. I've never written my dreams down. Maybe I did a good work on the vision board, but I can do better. I believe I can do better.
And something already came true from it. So it's working.
Yeah.
I feel so inspired and so moved by all of the stories that each of you are sharing. This is so inspiring.
This community is just the best. And we're so happy to see you.
It is the best. This week, I have been seeing what people post, and it keeps me going, and I keep thinking about all of you every time I have a decision in front of me. And I think it's so true what you say, Pernilla, of what do I really need? What truly resonates with me, whether that is taking a day off or going to the gym early in the morning. What feels really right for me? And I have been asking myself that. This week it was challenging because there were a lot of events and conferences and happy hours. I told myself, oh, I'm just gonna go there and eat a little bit, and that's fine. And then you see that they have all you can eat filet mignon and pasta and burgers. And spoiler alert, I did not eat just a little bit. I was eating so much, but then I was like, okay, I wanna find a way in which I have a balance. I feel like if I were to not go to any event, if I were to not do anything, I will feel sad. But if I go nuts and I eat everything that's on the table, I also feel sad. So I have been trying to find a balance of, okay, how can I enjoy myself and be part of that, but also following my nutrition and my health and everything else that I wanna follow. And I feel so motivated by your videos, Pernilla, because I think I was watching a video that I was like in portions, like expectation versus reality, which are like, oh yeah, granola, right? I can eat an entire thing. And you see like, just like this has already like 200 calories. And it's like, damn, same for eating out for like, I was having like burger or like sliders. And it's like a tiny one already has like 300 calories. I'm like, damn, it's just, I was trying to have some empathy with myself. I was like, well, I went way past my calorie goal, but they make it super easy. They make it super easy because such a tiny portion has so many calories. So it's definitely easy to fall into that. So I've been thinking about that. I guess that's my goal for the week. How can I get to enjoy some things out and partake on that and enjoy some good food, but also keeping it within my nutrition plan and my goals and everything else that I want to follow.
I love that. And something I just want to say is that what I've realized is often when you go to restaurants, there are typically some treats that you can have that aren't as high calorie. It's just maybe about checking it beforehand. I know we've talked about it before, or even sharing it, like maybe having your salad, which I know you love salads, but then like sharing the burger with someone else. So you still have it, but you don't have, you know, a 300 calorie burger is what it is. Like that's, you could fit that into your macros, but you know, like the bigger plates, like sharing it with someone or something like that. potentially.
I have been cutting for the past few months and I have lost weight and I'm in a point where I'm happy. I don't think I want to keep cutting because at some point, like some of the muscle disappears and I don't want to lose my muscle. So I
Right.
want to maintain or if anything, increase my muscle mass.
Then that's absolutely what I recommend for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
you know,
think
it could be a slight bulk or it could just be maintenance and see if you can body recomp. Like both could work. It depends on what your goal is.
okay. I think that's a good way to phrase it because I think another thing in my mind is like right now it's like June, it's like beach season, so I don't wanna do a huge bulk because this month like you go to the beach and like you go like travel whatever. So I don't wanna bulk too much, but I think maybe like a maintenance would be
Yeah.
a good starting point.
And that'll make it easier too this week as you're going out to have maybe a little bit more of the treats, like the balance like you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I'm so grateful for all of you for sharing all of that and all of your stories. I'm reading all your posts and cheering for you and sending you all of my good energies.
Thank you. We're sending all of it back to you as well.
Hi, quick question about protein wise. I think last call, it might have been Grace, where she, like, I weigh 118. So I'm doing the prep. If I want to, because I want to build a little more muscle mass on my upper body, I guess, or, obviously you can't like spot it, but overall. So would I do like 150 or so protein, or is that going to like jack it all up, for like, because your prep is toward the bikini, right, version of it. But I'm kind of molding it a little bit to get a little more mass, but still doing the same thing. Or I don't know if that makes any sense, but would I do like 100? Is that suggestible? Like just bring up my protein and that would work, or that's no?
I would say that if I were you, I would do it. If you were to ask some certain specific experts, some would say, no, that's too much. Others would say, yes, that's a great idea.
Okay.
If you want to build mass, you may also need to be in a slight caloric surplus.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay.
But it doesn't have to be a lot.
Sure.
But just a slight can make a difference.
Sure. And maybe I could connect with Grace or something because she seems to be like on that with knowing that. I don't even know how she breaks all that stuff down, but I guess I'm just going to keep it simple maybe and just try to get 150 or so and then see what it does.
Yeah. And if you need help with macros, you can always write me or in the group.
Okay.
And I'll help. And I'm sure Grace want to give her all of her recommendations.
Yeah, she's really incredible. She's just.
I figured out like 3 meals I like, and that's the only thing I eat.
Okay. I kind of keep it simple like that, but thank you for reminding me to just keep it streamlined that way.
I didn't cook it all this week. I was like, I'm going to make it easy as possible.
I'm like your biggest fan, girl. You just hit it too so well, and you say it so perfectly. And also, I'm doing the deficit. What do you call it? Pull-ups, and I saw your post. It was like I was inspired by it because you actually have some weight on it. I was doing it like with my body weight. So good work, girl. You're really killing it.
Thanks, Charlene.
You're welcome. And sure, I will be.
Those deficits are.
I was so sore back there. I really was. It's great. So thank you for all your shares are really helpful to me, by the way, also.
I feel like it's been so much going on, but I just want to, I guess, keep it simple. I'm just really struggling with like, I don't know, like I'm in my luteal phase leading up to my cycle right now, and I am hungry. Also, the weather is getting hotter here and I'm a bartender, and I just like our AC wasn't working the other night. So like I was so hot, I was sweating. That's why I ate like a whole bag of candy. I don't know. Like I guess I just don't know what I think I'm in body recomp. Like but then I'm frustrated because the scale is not moving. Like it's not like none of my numbers are changing. So I'm like,
is your scale muscle mass and body fat? Does it show that?
Yeah. So I think like I know I'm consistently eating like 2,100 calories. And the past 2 days I was like, okay, just do it, keep it simple. But that's 3 meals and like 1 smoothie. Like it's not even a lot. And I'm like hungry, and I'm in this part of my cycle where I'm more hungry, but also my energy is dropping. So I feel like my workouts this week, I already like in terms of progressive overload, I feel like I don't have the energy to do that.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm just a little confused.
Like Grace and I both shared, during that phase, it looks on the scale like nothing is happening, or even for me, it goes up because my body's just holding on to so much more water. But even my body fat percentage and my muscle mass, nothing really changed. It got a slight bit worse during that phase, and now now it's slowly getting better. So if your numbers haven't changed at all and you're in that phase right now, I wouldn't let that discourage you. I would just give it another week, as long as you are hitting your protein goals, which
Yeah, I'm eating so much protein. Like there's some days where it's like 170, 180.
yeah,
But I
crazy.
don't even know how to like balance it, like, because I'm still hungry. So I'm like,
The types of food is, because 2,100 calories, I'm thinking, you should be able to satiate yourself. Maybe your body just needs extra fuel. If that's what you need, go ham and eat as much as you want. But if you're really certain on this goal and you want to hit, like, what types of food is very, like, if you're eating a ton of vegetables, a ton of fruit, a ton of protein, and some healthy fats as well, like, what do you eat?
I literally eat the same thing. I eat egg whites and 1 egg for breakfast with toast and either like avocado or nut butter or regular butter. Sometimes that varies. And it's either Ezekiel or sourdough. And then lunch, I've just been doing, I guess, a salad, or sometimes I'll do like a turkey sandwich. Like maybe this week I would do a turkey sandwich to have like more bread to be more full. But normally it's just like,
Thing. Let me share. So when I eat bread, which I do sometimes, I definitely don't feel more full. When I
Yeah.
eat a massive salad filled with vegetables, filled with protein,
yeah.
like I can eat so much compared to a little sandwich, if we're talking calorie wise.
Yeah, I kind of feel that too, because the past few days I just did a salad with chicken, and I honestly think I do feel more full from that.
During this prep, for example, where I have a limit of like if I were to eat sandwiches and bread for a lot, I do sometimes, but like, for a lot of my meals, then I wouldn't be feeling satiated. Where what I'm eating, I actually do feel really good because it's so much higher volume foods.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so my other meal is dinner is normally salmon with either carrots or broccoli and rice.
Amazing.
And that's it. And then I'll make like either a smoothie or I'll just do like a protein shake. But it's kind of like one of those. Like sometimes I'll pack it with like spinach and banana and pineapple or mixed berries. But like that's it. Like I'm at 2,100 with that. If I do all that stuff in the smoothie, I feel like it's over.
I also find, this is just me personally, making smoothies, it doesn't necessarily fill me up as much.
Yeah.
Rice can actually add a lot of, if you have a lot of it, like since I'm doing the prep right now, that's where I'm talking from, but I'll do cauliflower rice. So you can have so much more. But since you're in recompositioning, you should be eating maintenance, it seems like.
Yeah.
So that hungry could just be because it's leading up to your period.
And I'm just running around sweating all day at work.
I mean, yeah, you're burning a lot of calories. So that could be it too. Maybe you are in a deficit.
So that's my question is like, is there something I can do this week to like track and see how much I actually
have a watch in some?
I have an Apple Watch, but I don't know what that tracks.
It tracks your calories, but since I have a Whoop and an Apple Watch, I'm one of those freaks that have both. My Whoop typically will share that I burned way less than my Apple Watch. So we can't fully count on either, but it could give you a slight idea of the days where you burn more versus less and how much that is. Like for my Apple Watch, like it can actually be 1,000 calories different. It's really freaking crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But I think it will give you a little bit of an idea, more so. You may be, in a pretty big caloric deficit if you're running around all day. And maybe
especially those 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm running around, I'm sweating. Even if I do like one protein shake, I'm still hungry.
Yeah.
And then the candy is there.
Don't fill me up. They don't.
Everyone just has candy all over my bar. So like, I'll just eat it. Like I'm hungry. I'll just eat it.
Okay. So that could be something as well. You may, if you eat your calories, then
I'm just kidding.
Candy adds up very quickly, right? That could really be what's.
Yeah, I know.
And if you weigh that up, it could actually make a big difference. Because if your scale hasn't moved and you've been eating candy, that would make sense.
Yeah. I mean, the last few days I've been like, I think that I've just like mentally, like I know what to do, but I don't Like I'm
I
not.
would much rather you pack an extra meal, and yes, maybe you go over your calories, but have that extra filling, delicious meal than eating
Yeah.
at your bar.
Then the other flip side is like I'm eating that extra meal at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. So like, how is that actually impacting me? But I don't think it is.
It's all about what your sleep rhythm is about, right? Like if your sleep rhythm is from you sleep from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m., then that's where you sleep. You got to eat during the hours. But also you could make a rule if you're like, this is actually impacting me, to say after midnight, I don't eat anymore. And then that just be the rule. I mean, make sure that you're super full before that. Like you really fill your body.
I think I read everyone's comments. I don't comment a lot in the group, but I read a lot and it just cheers me up a lot. So that helps a lot. So thank you for everyone who writes down there.
Ava, like with the dreams, like just kind of never allowing myself to really dream, I mean, until I kind of started doing your challenge or your program here through the journaling that I've been consistently doing. I have to say, one of my proudest things I've done through all of this. Of course, I love the strength training and that program that you teach us to do. But just the journaling, how much that has changed everything. I mean, continuously doing it I kind of do it in the evening. That was a question too. Is that okay? Because a lot of the questions
Absolutely. Anytime that works best for you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that has been wow. I mean, I just love it. What comes out, it really is something I have never done, and how important it really is. And so I'm just so thankful that you've, I don't know, just brought that into what you do for all of us, because it really makes such an amazing difference for me, and it seems like through everyone that speaks, on this community. I mean, it really is. I'm blown away, like by every single call, how much I get out of, in the sense of like how it opens up life for me. Like it's just is really just so big. I mean, and even hearing like Ava talk about how like she struggles with certain things, it's like I can so relate to just being so critical about myself when I'm doing it, like overly just beating myself up. And honestly, through doing the not allowing self-doubt, like which is one of my habit stackers, that already just for like a month and a half doing that, it's actually eased up because I'm continually doing it daily, like not allowing myself to go to that place. I mean, really, and it's because also I have to say, okay, it's part of my habit stack. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna stick to the plan. And that progression, or that like continually doing it, is really what makes that shift. Because I find for myself, I'll do a little something, and then because it's not sticking to the plan in the sense of the past, it dissipates. But because I stay true to doing every single thing as much as you possibly can with your guidance or what you show us to do or how you help us lead the way, has made such a difference, because now I can see the progress I'm making. Because all of my life I have just beat myself up with so many things, just like so many other people on this call. This is the first time that I've ever really felt that I've made a shift, and it's consistently, it's quicker now. As soon as I go to that place, like, oh, I don't know if I can do that, half marathon I haven't really trained for, even though I run like 4 days a week, right? But it's been here and there, and because I've let how can I say it? I haven't been running as much because I want to do the prep. So I kind of cut down, which we were talking to Maya about doing it. So I was like, and you just step into it, really. You just step into it. And then however it looks is okay, Charlene. Like, stop beating myself up for not being up to par or what it is, right? And so because of you in your program and me sticking to the plan has allowed so many really amazing shifts in my life. So I just wanted to say thank you for being that sunshine. Oh my goodness. I just love everything about you. And every time I see you, you're so genuine and like you're straight up. There's many people that do these things, Fernella. We know this is big, huge, massive wellness, especially where we live in. But you really hit every single point for almost, it feels like for me and for all of us, because it's just is so, it really is. You have to give yourself a little, because you're like no other. I've been on this earth for a pretty long time, and I haven't seen something like you that shines so bright for all of us. So thank you very much. That's all I have to say. And I'm sure I will see you soon.
Thank you. You saying that, I'm really trying to take it in because, like you, I also have my voices and I don't always feel that. So you sharing it really, really makes a big impact on me and touches my heart in a very deep way.
Yes.
Thank you.
You hit all the, it's very well, you're adaptable and you're genuine and you just kind of, it just is who you are. Your personality really is able to kind of cover all bases and make us feel like we have a safe space. And also that moment that we might not know really where to go or what. And it's like you're actually saying it or you're making a podcast on that issue. It's like your timing is impeccable. It's really, really, really something unbelievable. So just keep shining, being who you are, and you're actually doing what I feel like I heard you say, like, what you want to do is be able to touch people's lives in such a way, and that is really your like path, and you're doing it, like continuously every single day, showing up for all of us. So again, just so grateful. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast episode. I hope that these beautiful humans' words that they shared with you today gave you some inspiration and challenged you to go do something good for yourself today, whether it's diving deep into a journaling session and asking yourself really challenging questions, or if it's committing to a fitness goal and going all in, or joining a community, whether it's your basketball club or a golf or a book club or our challenge community. I hope it made you realize what you got to do to get to that next level of your life, to live a more fulfilling life. I am so grateful that you were willing to listen, and if you found it useful, please share it with a friend and subscribe so that you never miss another episode. It also helps me as a podcast host a lot when you subscribe. I'm so grateful for you, and I hope you go out there and have a beautiful day. And as always, remember that in order for you to grow, you have to challenge your norm. Bye.